boys, we got some new parts for our trailer. Let's see what they are. Oh, it showed up. I think I'm still missing some stuff though. Ooh, some trailer wire. Very exciting. Ooh, our junction box and plug-in for the truck. Nice. Take a look at that later. I don't know what these are. These are the party lights. Stupid things. They were serious about their taping. Oh boy. Yeah. Underglow, but we're going to use them on the trailer. Sweet. Yeah. That should work. Cool. And even comes with a sweet remote control. All right, we're going to get that stuff installed. All right, these are our LED underglow lights. I'm excited for these babies to go on the trailer. So they just tape on. They're waterproof. So they got a couple ways you can wire them. You either use a switch, which I'm not going to. They got a controller box here, and then all that wiring. So we're gonna take these guys and kind of just put them up underneath here for lighting at night. I think it's gonna look pretty damn cool. Pretty excited about that. Sorry, got an engine in the way as usual. So we're gonna probably put them, I imagine, maybe up here, maybe here and here, most likely here under this bar. So I'm gonna play around with that a little bit, and then we're gonna take, and then I'll start taking some video of me sticking those things on there. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna put these strips right along here on both sides, and then at the front and the back. I think that just makes the most sense. So we're gonna start doing that. These have some 3M double-sided tape here. It's so supposed to stay on it pretty good. Make sure you wipe off your surfaces if they're dirty at all. These are still really clean since we just painted them. So we're gonna go ahead and get those stuck on, and then this is your like wiring harness stuff. So we're gonna try and make all this kind of come into a central location somehow. I'm gonna work that out before we start sticking stuff everywhere. Strips installed. I may put some zip ties around them just for safety's sake. Yeah, they're not quite as straight as I hoped they would be, but what can you do? It's kind of hard working with rubber, keeping it straight. So there's this one here. All right. And then there's the back one here. So let's see, we got this wiring harness right here. We got to tie all this stuff together with. It's pretty long. So I'm gonna work that out. I'll probably run it through like the central location and then out to wherever. I think I'm gonna put the battery over there in the front. We'll play with that and then we'll update. So everything is now routed and secured. I added a couple more zip ties over here, but basically everything's pretty secure. Let me get some, I forget what they are. They're like little grommets to hold some of this wire stuff up in place. It's just kind of, I don't know if I've got any more lying around. I used to have a bunch of them. I'm not sure where they all went. Like these. It's like here, nothing in there. Yeah, I must be all out of them. So I'll make a little trip down to Harbor Freight tomorrow so that I can kind of secure all these wires. I'm gonna run them down. I'm gonna run the wires down this post. I'm gonna put the battery over here. That way it's on the driver's side. Should something fail, kind of like that idea. That's what I've been doing. I put the jack on the driver's side. I'm gonna put the battery on the driver's side. That way it's easy to get to should I need to hop out of the truck and disconnect everything. And then I'm gonna put like a wiring panel up here in this area too, for like switches and plug-ins and that kind of stuff. There's an LED lights up in this rooftop tent too, and I can just run the wiring down right down over to here to the battery too, so that when we're in there we can just turn those on and control them. So that's it for those lights. And then I've got this bundle of bonded trailer wire here. I'm gonna run each side through here all the way down. My trailer lights are going to be right here in this area when they arrive, so I'll have two, so I can just run everything right down these tubes. That's why I left these open like that. And then I can get some caps later on for those. So that's kind of the next step. I'll probably just run the wires up right here, drill a hole up in here, and then snake them down. So I'll probably start doing that next. And then we also got this junction box, and where'd I put it? Let's see here. Brain is fried today. Let's see. I don't know where I stuck it. Oh, here it is. It's on the welder. So it's our 7-pin connector that'll hook up to my truck. And then it has this junction box with it. So we'll just run all these bonded wires down to wherever I put this. I'm thinking I might put this on the inside here so that I can just hook it right to the battery, and then we can charge the battery. And then the solar panel, when I do that, will just right up here. So, all right, let's get the other wiring going. That way we can kind of just combine all of our wiring into one harness now that this stuff's all connected up. They are all hooked up. Just threw a battery in there temporarily just to test them, see how I like them. That's gonna be real nice at night. So in the summertime when you don't want bugs, you turn it to red. They won't be attracted to that. Cool thing is you can turn up the brightness and turn it down. I think that's about as low as they go, and then let's see how high they go. Yep, that's about as high as they go. You got green, blue, let's see, blue, white, pretty nice. You got orange, yellow, some like turquoise and purple. And then you do like some different things here. Let's see. If you want to have a seizure, holy crap. You have a hell of a party, I guess. That's kind of cool. Since they're LED, I'm sure they don't draw any power. You can probably run those all night. Oh yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Huh. So those are supposed to like dance or something, so I don't know how they work. Anyway, that's pretty cool. So we'll get to doing the trailer lights. I'm just waiting for the brake lights to show up so I can finish this up. I get my wiring run over here down through each end, and then we'll put the junction box in, and that's pretty cool. Pretty happy with that. So next time. Ooh, almost played some demonetizing music there. We're taking the Ram out. We're gonna go get some tail lights for the Overland build. I thought I had ordered some on Amazon, but I guess I never did, so it's like the one thing that's holding me up. And I'm gonna take a look at some batteries. I really want to get a lithium battery for it, but I haven't really found any that are exciting me. They cost like around $600 to $700, so I'm not sure if I want to put one in there yet or not. Kind of kills the budget when you're trying to keep it around $3,000 all in. So I'll go take a look at Tractor Supply and find some LED tail lights. It's a nice sunny morning finally. Sick and tired of all this rain. One thing good about COVID-19 is that there's hardly anybody out, so it makes shopping much nicer when there's less people. Everybody's all hiding indoors, scared that they're going to get it. I probably already had it, didn't know. So anyway, we'll pick up later on the build. A little bit smoggy out here in Utah. Well, they claim it's smog, but with there hardly being any traffic, I don't think it's smog. So we're just, oh yeah, here's Hill Air Force Base. If you hear the jets in the background of my videos all the time, these are the freaking jerks that are always doing it. I don't know why they had to make that jet so loud. I thought we were supposed to be being stealth. It's not. Because stealth is just a term, so they can't see on radar. Traffic's kind of heavy today for it being COVID lock-in time. Alright, we're going to do a little, now it's just warmed up, acceleration test onto the interstate here. Get her straight down here just a little bit. Just a little bit of a street tune today. Here we go. Got some power. Well, that's only half throttle. Alright, we're here to get our trailer lights. I'll grab those and maybe look at some batteries. more to come. All right, just got back from the store. Got some LED trailer lights right here. These are stop, turn, and tail lights, and then we got these little brackets to go with them. I'm gonna take these brackets and kind of just put them right there, weld them up, make sure they clear everything first, but I'm just gonna weld those right on to the back here. That way my trailer wiring will come out right where I want it and you won't see it too much. So we'll start doing that. All right, we got the brackets on. Those should work pretty nicely. And that is why I don't powder coat anything, because I'm a horrible planner and I probably would powder coat this by now. Look at the spray paint. I can just touch it up when I add stuff to it. Powder coating is really nice. I'm just bad at planning, so that's why I spray painted this thing. So we'll start adding the lights now into these little brackets and run the wiring back down through there. I'll probably just wire one side and then do the other one, so I don't have to cut off excess wire. We're gonna take and solder all these connections together. Start by kind of twisting their wires like this. We're gonna do this so it lasts at least another 50 years. The lights probably won't last that long, but at least the wiring will be good. Learned this from an old Mercedes friend of mine, Mercedes mechanic friend of mine. Stick your wires, kind of put them halfway across each other and then just twist over each other. That'll make the nicest connection possible. And I've got this thing from 1950 here. This baby gets hot, so we'll see. So anyway, just make sure you put your wires together in that kind of fashion. Let me put this down here so I don't burn myself. It is actually warm. So just twist them over each other like that. Then once you get them soldered, go ahead and pull up your heat shrink like that and just heat it up, and then your connection should be good to last a long time. All right, all our wires are now soldered together, tinned, whatever. And then take your heat shrink tubing and pull it up around what you just soldered. And then you just take your heat gun and heat those up, and they'll shrink up around your wires. And then I added an extra piece of bigger heat shrink right here just to keep it from the wires from chafing, and they're sitting in that metal hole there. We'll just pull this down and protect everything down here. And then just go ahead and shrink that down. it's all done, we'll shove that back up in there. If you want, down right here, add a little bit of electrical tape. Add a little bit of electrical tape down around here. And that'll help seal water out of there. All right. It's all done. All we gotta do is add a little bit of some screws here to mount those, and this side will be ready. I'm not going to show you the other side because if you can't get it on the first part of this, I guess don't try. I don't know. Wiring's not that too hard as long as you can read some diagrams and some words. So we'll put some screws there, mount those, and we should be done with that. The lights are now wired. Everything's connected, attached. Brackets worked out pretty nice. I'm glad I bought those instead of trying to make my own. It would have taken a lot more time if I tried to make my own. So I'm pretty happy with the outcome so far. Push this wire up here a little bit. And then all we did is we ran them down through these. I put a couple grommets right in there so that the wire won't chafe through the metal. And I just put a little bit of like soapy water on the wiring and the grommet so I can pull that back down through. So leave a little slack there so I can move around, not short out over time. I do the same on this side, and then I'll just run it down through here. Down here, I'm not quite sure where I'm gonna put the control box yet, so that's why I still got the wire like that. So we'll move on to putting the box on. I think this is where we're gonna stick the battery. This is just here temporarily testing our underglow lights right now. Still gotta get a couple more little items from the store.